What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 42 of Laying in the Fairway. Today is Thursday, February 8th. Let's get it.
Hey Stu, what's up?
What's up, man?
It's
How are
best golf
you?
tournament of the year.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. It's huge weekend. Super Bowl weekend, waste management, just parties all around.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if anybody's having a waste management party and they're like, the Super Bowl? What do you mean the Super Bowl? It's like some super golf nerd.
Yeah, everyone sits in trash cans and just chugs beer and drops it into the trash can.
Yeah, perfect.
There you go.
Perfect. You went, right?
I did
Yeah.
go. It was awesome. We need to go back.
Yeah, I've never
Um,
been. It looked awesome.
I feel like it's blowing up like even more now. Like it's like sold
Yeah.
out already, and like they have like the concerts every night. When I went, they had the concerts and stuff, but like it's like with Instagram and all the golf stuff blown up on
It's
Instagram, like it
huge.
was like I went what was it? Probably 2018.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so before kids was awesome. But it was like
Yeah.
you could tell it was like there was people like I met people from like New York. I mean, we were from Virginia, but like it was like becoming like a bro fest as well. Like out of town
Hmm.
bro fest more so than just like it was always a party, obviously, but like people from the East Coast, I feel like are just now like a big event in that way.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it was awesome. It was wild. It was more like reminded me of like almost like a horse race where everyone goes and like to party, but like no one's really watching the golf.
Yeah.
Like, like there was
Yeah.
golfers and everyone's I mean, it was also one of those days where you you're like, damn, I'm drunk. You look at the time, you're like, it's 8:30 a.m. Like, holy shit. Because it's just like one of those places like Vegas, and it's like time is not relevant. Like,
Yeah.
time is not real. You can drink, you start drinking whenever as soon as you wake up. And I think we must have like, we didn't do the 5 a.m. like run in or whatever, but I think we tried to go early to
Yeah.
see.
Fuck that.
By the time we got there, it was early, 7:38. 16, the line out of 16 was like a mile long, not a mile, but there was
Yeah.
a long line outside of the stadium, like just to get in. And there's no like seating, it's just first come, first serve. So it was like you're just waiting for someone to leave to like get in, I guess. And so we were just like, fuck that, just booked it. And like there's like other pavilions and stuff. And now I saw this
Yeah.
year there's like there's basically a stadium around 18 now, I think, and like 17, 18. And then there was like I kept getting ads for uh or seeing ads at least for like the nine lounge on hole nine. It was like Kygo and the his palm tree crew have
No way.
like
You were
their
getting
own
that?
party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm signed up for the
Targeted
for
ads.
the targeted yeah, I was getting like discounts. But I looked it up, dude. It was like $1,200 for like one of those tickets, and you
Nah.
get like um I think you get like an area and like drinks maybe or like VIP, and then you get like
Screw that.
access to, and then you get tickets to the concert, Kygo's
Yeah.
concert on Saturday night. But there's like, I think one of the nights Dirks Bentley saw Duran's playing one night. Like there's just concerts every night throughout the week. Post
It's
Malone
crazy.
played last Saturday on 16. I don't know if you saw that. So like
Yeah, I did see that.
it's a hell of a week.
I mean,
It's
it's
like the
definitely
one week where
huge.
golf is cool, I would say, or like fun. But yeah, going there was just amazing. It was one of those experiences you're just like, damn, I need to do stuff like this more often and like get out and do cool stuff. And it's like
Yeah.
very memorable experiences, like very, very cool. Just hell of a day.
My only like vision of it now is, I mean, just scrolling like Instagram and Twitter, and you always see just like people so drunk they're just like falling over and like rolling down hills
Yeah.
and shit like
Yeah.
that. And it's
I
like
mean,
it almost
also
looks
like, dude,
overkill now. Like it's like the wrong crowd. Sometimes.
yeah, and that's what I was trying to say. Like it was already getting that way like when I was there. I feel like it's
Hmm.
always been that to an extent. And
Yeah.
now it's like blow every year it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more of a bro fest, more of a drunk party, which I think
What's
is fun, obviously. But
Yeah. Well, it's definitely
like
fun, but
it,
there's a difference between like golfers, drunk golfers, because they can do it from
yeah,
8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
right,
and like just like bros going like trying to turn it into a
Yeah.
frat party. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Yeah,
We
for
know how to
sure.
handle this. We're built for this.
Yeah. Yeah, I was built for it when I went. I don't know about now. Now I might need to purchase that 9 lounge ticket and take a little nap, have a
Yeah,
cabana where I can sit back and relax for a little bit.
that's
But
hilarious.
yeah, it was I think we got there Thursday, so we were by Saturday, we were primed and ready to roll. As far as like we had drank already, so we didn't
Yeah,
come in too hot or anything. We were on the marathon and um yeah, I forget what we did, but yeah, I mean yeah, 8 a.m. till I went to the Kygo concert afterwards. It's kind of funny he's playing again this year, and then we went to the bar after that. We was like 8 a.m. till about 2 a.m. And yeah, one of those days was I
hell
remember
yeah,
waking up and oh, what I was gonna say is like, dude, it is like there's no tree cover, there's no shade unless you're in one of the stadiums. Like you're
that's
out in the desert.
brutal.
You're out in the fucking desert,
Yeah,
so you got to remember to hydrate too. So that was pretty key. Just like, all right, throw in a couple waters here. I mean, it's a booze
yeah.
fest, but you gotta keep it cool. But I woke up. I remember waking up the next morning and my legs were like swole. I was wearing high socks, and there was like an indent up to where like my high sock ended because my legs were so swollen from standing out in the sun and drinking all day.
Oh
Like
my
it was
God,
like pretty wild. Like there was just like fluid in the upper part of my leg
that's gross.
and it just like didn't go down to like where my socks were. It was like
That's
probably like an
hilarious.
inch like indent. It was pretty well.
That's
This is probably
hilarious.
not good for you. I remember
No,
just seeing like I don't think I should do this again. Like,
yeah, that's
but
hilarious. Well, we kind of just jumped right into next week, skipped over the weekend. A busy golf weekend this weekend between
oh
Pebble and
yeah, shit, Pebble. Yeah, live.
Mayakoba.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mayakoba.
Pebble
Well,
Pebble is a fucking disaster.
yeah, I ended up actually having to watch Mayakoba, so it
Yeah,
wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
nah, but Pebble like I mean, I guess the weather was just so shitty they couldn't even fathom. And once you get
Yeah,
into skipping Monday, you're just out of luck. You're shit
yeah,
out of luck. Um, but Wyndham Clark won. I mean, he went super low, shot 60 on Saturday,
yeah.
just went bananas. I mean, he was 8 under in his first 9 holes or something crazy. Um, so he ended up getting credited with the win. And then the videos were crazy on Sunday. They were showing like
Oh yeah.
18, like the water just crashing all the way, like across the fairway. That was kind of nuts. Yeah, but they just fucking canceled, which was, I don't feel like I've ever seen that. Maybe,
I was trying to
maybe
think,
not
yeah,
at
when the
that
last
big of an
time.
event. Like that's a pretty like it was an elevated event this year. It's Pebble, like you just don't
Right.
see that very often. So that was kind of wild. Um,
Yeah, if this week was like the John Deere Classic or something, Quicken
yeah,
Loans,
who gives a
I
shit?
don't think
Yeah,
they would have canceled. But since it was
yeah,
such a big week coming up as well, they probably were just like, all right, we
yeah,
can't hold guys here till Tuesday.
yeah, for sure.
They'll miss the Post Malone and Dirk Bentley concert.
um, and then I guess Ludwig finished second, so he was knocking on the door. It sucks, man, because like our bets were looking good. Like
Yeah,
Jason Day
Jason
was
Day
right
made a huge
there.
move on Saturday.
Yeah, Cantlay finished T11. I picked him to finish in the top 10. Like,
Oh, really?
it's so brutal, dude. And
uh,
then, and then the bets, man, the sports books like left everybody out to dry. Like, if you got your
yeah,
bets in on time, like they paid out, but everything else was voided. But then, like ESPN, I go through ESPN, and all my bets sat out until Tuesday afternoon as still pending, and I was like. Where I mean, they're gonna void these. What's going on? And then all of a sudden, I was like, lost, lost, lost. Like they had a boost, and it was Cantlay to finish top 10, Homer to finish top 20, and like it was like plus 500 or something. I was like,
Yeah,
that's pretty good odds, and
yeah.
lost, and it all just sat out there. I was like, what the fuck, man?
So yeah, that's a dagger. And if you would have won, that would have been a void,
Yeah,
almost
exactly,
guaranteed.
exactly. If those would have gone on, they would
Yeah,
just avoid it. They got
I
you
had
by
a
the balls.
$10 I had a profit boost that
Okay,
came in Saturday, and I was limited to $10, so otherwise I would have done more, but it was like 25%, and I got it in on Clark at like 6:15, and I guess the rest of the round finished at like 6:45 or something. And so
nice.
it's, they paid that out on FanDuel, so
Yeah,
I
I
got it
think
in
if you
just in
got it,
time.
yeah, got it in just before the end of the third round, you were good to go.
Yeah,
Which, yeah,
which is
yeah,
wild. Like, I mean, if yeah, I don't know. I guess it's
I think it should have been like if you got it in before they
before
canceled
they
it,
canceled it, right? But
you're
I mean,
good to
if the
go.
book still had the bet up, I did look.
That's on them.
I looked. Was it Sunday morning? Like it was pretty obvious they were gonna at least postpone at this point.
Hmm.
And I went to go put in like $100 on Clark, and it was off the books at that point. So then what I yeah, so which makes sense. Like if you
Yeah,
don't know they're gonna play, then sure, but to void those bets if they were available is kind of crazy to me.
yeah. Who knows? Who knows? They got us by the balls. We're not.
Our lawyer friend was saying they have us by the balls. They have like
Yeah,
clauses that when you click on that agreement,
exactly.
agree to terms, like they have like out clauses in there that are very vague, I think, that allow them to do shit like that and not
Yeah,
really have any
yeah.
good luck going after them.
Who knows? Yeah, what are we gonna do? We're nobodies.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
But
$10 bet.
imagine if you were somebody though, and you had something big out there.
You had a
Whew.
couple grand on there? Yeah.
Yeah, I did see a crazy Ludwig stat I wanted to share. It said fastest players to reach number 11 in the original, or not original, the World Golf Rankings. What's the O stand for? Official. Brain fart. Official World Golf
Yeah.
Rankings. Um, so it's pretty crazy that he's already at 11th. I mean, he just turned pro in last July.
Yeah.
So he reached number 11 in 18 events. Fastest ever was Tiger in 17 events. And the next fastest after Ludwig, 'cause he's second fastest, was Colin Morikawa in 28 events. So he's like on a crazy trajectory. That's pretty crazy. Like
Yeah.
to be right there next to Tiger. Um, and the fact that he's only been pro
Well,
for
there's no live guys.
7 months. Yeah, they're dropping like flies.
I mean, yeah,
Like
it's
we'll
really
talk
more
about,
like it's more like a
we'll talk.
top 20. It's more
Yeah, but
the you know.
yeah, but still, I mean, that's pretty
It's
legit.
fucking nuts. I mean,
He's definitely the real deal.
he's ranked over Morikawa now,
Yeah, he's
over
definitely the real
Tom.
deal.
Yeah,
But I mean, you brought up Live, like this was their weekend to shine. There was no Sunday on the PGA.
no
They
football.
had no football. They had fireworks going. I mean, a crazy close tournament, and I mean, it did well, but it's still until they get a legit network deal, they're not going to pull. I
Yeah.
that's what I wonder. Like that's what I'm curious if that was on CBS or Fox or ABC or whatever NBC, what the number would have
Probably
been.
would have doubled the number, I would say.
Because they almost pulled 500,000 viewers on Sunday, which is far and away their highest pull. But like even the PGA Tour on Saturday had almost 2 million. So it's
Right.
like, I mean, it's not even close. Um, but it was a fun tournament. I watched Sunday. I sat there and watched Sunday. It was pretty electric to finish. I mean, the four playoff holes, and they were finishing in the dark with the light from the jumbotron lighting the 18th green. That was kind of cool. But Neiman
Yeah.
pulled it out for the win, and against Sergio, Rom showed up. I mean, he was right there, one shot back, and it was a good turn. I mean, it turned out to be good golf, which is what you want. Like the 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 leaderboard looks more legit now. Like you don't have those random like shitty dudes like you did 2 years ago, So
Right.
that's going in their favor. But I mean, I could say it's on blue in the face. So they go to 72 holes and get ranking points, and until they get on a major network, this is just what's going to
Yeah.
be.
It's gonna be tough. Yeah,
Yeah, for
it was
sure.
nice to see Sergio. Um,
Yeah, but
we'll
he
go back.
shanked one in the playoff. That was
Yeah, well, it was like pitch black.
yeah,
It was funny, he shanked it because that was his like first time. His like previous two holes, he was in the rough, and then he finally
yeah.
hit one in the fairway, a good
They
drive,
shanked
and then he
it.
shanked it.
Yeah,
Um, and then I was glad that Neiman made the birdie, so it wasn't like the shank. I mean, I guess
yeah,
it wasn't like Sergio made bogey there. You
yeah,
always
for
hate to see
sure.
that in the playoff hole. So, um, yeah, it was cool. The CW, like I have YouTube TV, so I didn't like CBS and Fox means nothing to me. Like
Yeah,
whether, but like what
but it
channels? Like
shows
a
up at
lot of
the.
people,
I have YouTube TV, and all the main channels show up at the top before any of those
yeah, they do.
secondary
Yeah, for
channels.
sure. But if yeah, so that helped getting like the stragglers. Like it's Sunday, you're like, what's on? For sure. Like
Yeah,
I knew I was looking for CW because there was nothing else on.
exactly.
But once I got to CW, it's like the production quality is what pissed me off. Is like, dude, it was like 2000s. I felt like I was watching a LimeWire MILF Hunter video from 2006, just blurry as fuck. Just I almost got a boner, just for the nostalgia. But uh, uh,
Yeah,
but it
they're
was
not
like,
using
dude,
the same
what?
cameras.
Yeah, I was like, dude, what are we doing? It's 240p, brother. And I was like,
Yeah.
is my internet like slow? Like it was bad. Like, I mean, you got Faraday on there, like the announcers are fine, like
Hmm.
the scoreboard and stuff is well, besides the team stuff
Yeah.
on the scoreboard,
It's
but like
definitely a different.
everything's
Yeah,
cool. They show a lot of shots, like there's good
dude,
things
a
about it
million
too.
shots. A
They
million
have a lot of
shots.
big name. It kind of reminded me there was no fans there, and I don't know if
Th-
that's
that
Mayakoba
was
thing or
yeah. There was
so
no juice for the playoff, which kind of stunk.
it reminded me of watching like a Pre World Tour event,
Hmm. Yeah.
or even like LPGA event. Honestly, it's like it's still good golf, but it's less, less
Something.
production
Yeah.
value. Nobody's really there, and like it lacks the official juice for sure. But it is weird though because it's like big names, but it's like low production. They're wearing shorts, so it's like
Yeah.
it's pretty bizarre. So it's like it's cool to see big names. It was good golf, but there's something that's just like second tier about it. It's like it kind of almost
Yeah.
like a Champions League tour, even too. Just like it's like, yeah, all right, I know Bernhard Longer and Freddie Couples and Broderick Harrington, like big names. But when you're watching the event, it's like, oh, it's still like it's not the
Yeah.
big leagues. There's still that
Yeah.
feel of like this is a secondary competition. And like
Yeah.
live and like you said, just the 72 hole it's not even official world rankings yet.
Points.
Like that sort of
Yeah.
thing is like that. Even though it's like they're playing damn good golf, just that little bit it matters in my opinion.
Hmm.
Like of the
Yeah.
feel of
Well,
the event
it just doesn't have the juice. I mean,
doesn't have the
Neiman and
history
all.
either.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, though. I mean, they're doing something for it only being their third year. It's obviously not
Yeah,
going anywhere. They're gonna throw enough
right,
money to keep it afloat. But like even on Friday, Neiman shot 59, and nobody knew. Unless
right,
you're deep into golf Twitter, like
yeah,
you're not. Nobody's just picking that up. That's not going to be. It's like even something like that. If it was an elevated event, like that would be a leading story
on
on
Sports Center.
Sports Center
Yeah,
on a non-football weekend, like it
right,
was. So
yeah,
yeah. So I mean, they definitely still have some work to do. But maybe they grabbed some viewers. I mean, they obviously had more viewers, but maybe some people latched on. I don't know. But like you said, the weird thing that like there was no fans there, so you didn't hear the buzz after big shots. You just heard the music in the background,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like it's kind of jarring. It's real strange. Which when you're there, it's kind of cool because you don't hear. I don't know. You're watching good golf.
right.
I don't know. The one I was at had a pretty good turnout when I went to the Greenbrier. So we'll see.
Yeah,
They're coming back there again, and I'm sure it'll be the same. I mean, the people at the Greenbrier love golf. Like they used to
right,
pull a ton of people for a PGA Tour event that meant nothing. So
right. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's just a good golf spot.
exactly,
Um,
exactly.
yeah. I wonder if like the Mexico tournaments have big turnouts.
I
On
don't
the PGA Tour.
know.
I don't
Like
know.
the Mexico
I didn't look up
Open
the
or
gate, but I did see today. I didn't realize like they were talking about going to Vegas on the broadcast. I didn't
Mhm.
realize they were doing it this weekend, head to
That's
head with
he.
the Waste Management. I was like, dude, what?
I think
That's hilarious.
I think it's smart for a ticket like at the gate standpoint. Like
Ticket at the
people
gate,
are in
and
people are in
people are in
Las
Vegas.
Vegas all weekend long
Yeah,
looking for shit to do. And you're gonna get some big names out there and they're gonna be on their fucking Instagram and shit like that, like
yeah, that's true.
partying it up. And I think it's really smart because they have nothing to lose. Like, yeah, they're up against Waste Management, but to get people to the event and like, hey, this is the place to be. The only issue, I mean, how far is Vegas from Phoenix? Like, some people might just go down to fucking Phoenix if you got enough money
Well,
for
yeah,
like
if you got a
Friday
PJ,
or Saturday.
you got
Yeah,
a PJ, yeah, that's probably maybe in 30 minutes to an hour. I don't know.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know, but I think it's pretty smart putting it in Vegas the weekend of the Super Bowl because there's a ton of famous people there looking for shit to do because all they do, I
Yeah.
mean,
All right,
look at
you
all the
convinced me. That's a good point.
podcasts and shit like that, and all they're doing all weekend long is just like bullshitting around and having each other on each other's podcasts. Like they're trying to
Radio
kill
Row.
time. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like radio. You get done your 3 hours on Radio Row at 7 in the morning. Like, hey, let's go fucking catch a golf tournament on Friday. I think it's pretty smart. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a good point. That's some good
nobody's
points
at
there,
half their
Stu.
shit anyway. Nobody's at half their shit anyway, so why not?
It's about a 5-hour drive to Vegas from
Okay.
Phoenix, a 1 hour flight.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're hopping
So
on a
you'd have to
easy
be
little
uber
flight there.
rich and hop on flight. Yeah. I don't know. I
Uh,
think it's a good idea.
I mean, I was thinking PJ, it's $81 on Frontier
Fuck, let's do
round
it.
trip, hour and 15 minutes. Dude, that would be a legit weekend. I think when
Yeah.
I went,
I
I
wouldn't even
think
want to go to the Super Bowl. We'll talk about the Super Bowl, but I wouldn't even want to go to the Super Bowl. I'd want to be in Vegas for everything and then be home or at somebody's house watching the Super Bowl on Sunday.
on Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, like on Sunday, I'd be one to be watching it on TV. I wouldn't want
Be
to
at
be in that
yeah,
fucking mess.
be up at the Airbnb and yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I've got a little segment here to get into the Super Bowl, so we'll talk about the Super Bowl. But we can, I mean, we can get into waste management. Do you have any birdies or bogeys this week? What you got?
No,
Nothing.
everything sucks
Nothing.
too.
Yeah.
Nothing good happened. Too many bogeys to talk about.
Yeah, I've got a big bogey. I'll be pretty quick with it, but we had to put our dog down a couple of days ago. So Monday we had to put our dog down. She's 12 years old, so it was kind of due. We were expecting it, and it sucked. Um, but that sucks, man. Having a dog, having a pet, and it's like you kind of take it for granted. And
Oh
you're like,
yeah.
fuck. And now the last 2 days, it just feels like something is missing in the house. So that definitely sucks. It was definitely like an emotional day. But the reason I'm bringing it up is 'cause there was like one point that was, I thought was really funny. I don't know, maybe it's not funny, but it was the one thing that like gave me some laughter on Monday. So we got home. we're playing base t-ball in the backyard. I'm swinging the kids on the swing, like just trying to do anything really to fucking keep you occupied, you know. And my son, he's 4. He's like, "I'm sorry you're sad, Daddy." I'm like, "It's all right, man. Like, it's okay to be sad sometimes, you know." He's like, "We can just go get her back." And I was like, "Well," and we were trying to like ease him into it. And we're like, "Well, she went to heaven." He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, we could just go there." And I was like, "Well, heaven means that she died." And he was like, "When we were in there with her, she died." And I was like, "Yeah, that's why we were all there, like loving on her." He's like, "She died in there?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, like that's why we were there, dude." And he was like, "Oh, now I'm sad." And I was like, "We were at the vet for 2 hours, and he had no clue what was going on."
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was like the one thing that like gave me some laughter, and I was like, "All right, like
Oh
kids,
man.
man." Yeah, no, so it definitely sucked, but that was funny, and uh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, yeah,
Dude, kids are wild. Yeah,
yeah.
they
They don't get it. They like take it in, but they don't fully get it.
yeah, they
I
don't
guess
get
he
it, but then
didn't.
they also remember
Yeah.
shit too. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
guess I
weird.
don't go to church for him to know what heaven is. He'll go to church. He has no clue what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that was funny. I mean, it was a big bogey. She lived a good life, and I mean, we got her like the week after we got home from our honeymoon. So that was like the first thing that happened after we got married. So, um, but yeah, I guess you gotta get another one eventually, right? I know the kids will be asking.
yeah.
So
It's a weird
yeah,
thing. It's like the only cure for the sadness of no dog is another dog.
I don't know.
But it feels so weird to go get another dog, you know?
Yeah, it does exactly, exactly. So I mean, it's not gonna be anytime soon. Trust me. I don't have it
Yeah,
in me right now. But
yeah.
yeah, that was only
What was a
that was
dagger?
bogey of the week, man.
That's a
Bogey
big
of the
one.
week. Yeah, it stinks, but it's part of it, man. It's part of it. Um, but we got a big weekend coming up. It's gonna turn around. It's gonna occupy the brain. We got Phoenix Open. We got Super Bowl weekend. What do you want? Let's talk a little Super Bowl. Want to talk Super Bowl, then we'll finish with the golf.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got the 49ers
Yeah.
big, which means the Chiefs. Bet on the Chiefs.
Well, I
Bet
went
the conspiracy.
Chiefs all the way. I went Chiefs everything.
Are you good? Are you on the conspiracy that it's rigged?
No, I'm on Patrick Mahomes is better than Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess that
That's what
makes
I'm
sense.
on. Yeah.
Uh yeah, I know I feel really dumb betting against the Chiefs, but I'd like to see the 49ers win, so I'm gonna bet on
Yeah.
them for
I'd
rooting
I'd
purposes.
prefer the 49ers to win, which means I know the Chiefs are gonna win.
Chiefs are definitely gonna win.
Yeah.
Big. I do think the 49ers can run the ball. Although the Chiefs defense is like you
Legit.
forget the Chiefs defense is legit and
Yeah.
their secondary is real good. So like I don't know, like Debo, like the way they get Debo open though, it's like I still think he's gonna get open, be able to run. Like the Chiefs D is like shut down some pretty good receivers, like traditional receivers. So the 49ers just like get the ball to their guys. So like their guys are open. So like and their run after the catch is good. So
Yeah.
um I was gonna say I feel like the 49ers can control the game, like running the ball and playing good defense, but then I'm like, that's actually really dumb because the Chiefs defense is
Yeah.
good and Mahomes is just always good no matter what. So I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
I went big on Chiefs and like all my props are like Chiefs related on like a parlay I have going, and then I moved the line to Chiefs minus to cover minus 2.5 because I figured they're gonna win. If they're gonna win, it's gonna be by at least a field goal. I don't know. That's how I looked at it. So I moved it because why not, right?
Yeah,
Buy some points, but
yeah.
and then I have a nice the tight end touchdown prop. George Kittle and Travis Kelsey scored a touchdown,
Nice.
which is like plus. It was like almost plus 300 or something. So that's what I have. Like a killer game. Like I feel like it should be. Like it's lined up to be an awesome game. Like there's so many superstars in the like fucking skill positions,
Yeah.
like Debo and Ayuk and Kittle, McCaffrey. I mean, those are
Right.
all on the Niners. And then you have like Kelsey Pacheco's nice. Rasheed Rice is coming to his own. And then obviously Mahomes, like he makes up
Yeah.
for any shortcomings they have. So I think it's gonna be pretty. I think it's gonna be a really cool game. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't feel like we've had a really good Super Bowl. Trying to think of the last few Super Bowls, and like none of them seem very memorable.
No, not at
So,
all. I
I
don't
hope
know
we
if it's
have one.
our dumb
Yeah,
brains or if the
and
Super
just
Bowls just haven't been memorable.
drank
Yeah.
away the memories.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, man. Yeah. I mean, like the Falcons and Patriots, like I'm thinking back to the Patriots. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
been a
who's
while.
been a while since we
Yeah, where are you watching the game?
I think we're just watching it at home. Got the
Yeah,
kids on a Sunday. Got a big work
yeah.
week.
Sunday's brutal. Like
Sunday's brutal.
it.
I normally would just normally my Mondays are easy, but I have a an audit all next week, starting Monday through Thursday. So
Brutal.
that's pretty brutal. So I can't really be like hungover or anything like that. So no
Good.
party, no well, yeah. I mean, yeah, normally I just wouldn't care. I'd be like, oh, it's just normal Monday. It's not a big deal. But and not not
Yeah,
gonna be hungover, but you can like stay up late, and not like really worry about it. But
yeah,
yeah, so it's gonna be
yeah.
tough this year. So and with the kids, man, it's tough to like go anywhere. So
It
I usually
is.
chill at home.
We flip flop with this couple we hang out with and their kids, like our daughter and their daughter are like best friends, and then their youngest daughter and our son, their ages line up. So we always flip flop for the past few years with them, and we're hosting this
Nice,
year. But it works
nice.
out well because like if you had people over that didn't have kids and you had kids, it's just a different
It's a
dynamic.
disaster. Yeah,
Yeah. But now,
you
like,
can't
the
have
kids
fun.
can go play together, and if they want to check into the game for a little bit, they will. And then it's usually in the past because everybody was so young. Halftime was like cutoff point, and that'll probably be the same this year, I would guess. But yeah, no. So we're doing that. Same thing as usual. Always go way overboard on all the food. That's the best part. Like football food isn't the best part of the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
We're
I
doing
wasn't planning on doing
wings.
shit, but now that I'm
No,
hosting, now that I'm sitting at home,
yeah,
I gotta
you
start
gotta
picking up some
get some
food, man.
shit.
Shit.
Yeah, we're doing wings. We're doing Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. We're doing
Oh, oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, all sorts of good stuff. Dips, spin dip. They're bringing spin dip and sliders, Nashville hot chicken sliders.
Oh
We
wow,
got everything going on.
wow.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna pig out. I'm gonna probably drink too much and then wake up Monday morning with just crippling like heartburn and just feeling like hell.
Like a true American. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, it's gonna
Uh,
be.
yeah.
It feels good while it's happening, but the results, man, the
Yeah, you know
results.
what? I think you just convinced me. I might catch a nice cool buzz on Sunday as well. Just
There you
fucking
go.
Super Bowl,
Smash some
baby.
wings and drink some
Dude,
beers.
who schedules an audit? I feel so dumb for scheduling this audit for the after Super Bowl. I had no
Yeah,
idea. I
not
just
even
like
that.
I was like February 12th, sure, or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, why is the
dude,
Super Bowl? When is the Super Bowl on the 12th of February? I feel like it keeps
I
getting
don't
pushed
know.
back. I guess they
It
added a
really
week. They
does.
added a 17th game.
Yeah,
That's why.
and now the
Used
Pro
to be
Bowl's in
January.
between
Pro Bowl's in
championship
between.
weekend.
Yeah.
But I mean, when's the NFL just? I know Super Bowl Sunday. They probably have a trademarked, but it needs to be Saturday. Super Bowl
Saturday
Saturday.
or let's get what? President's Day, or let's get one of these holidays to be after the Monday
Yeah,
after Super Bowl.
it's the
Come on.
biggest crock of shit. But I'm looking forward to it. It should be awesome. I think they're going to do it again this year. 'Cause last year they did the waste management and they went off early on Sunday, so it finished right as the Super Bowl kicked
Oh
off.
yes, that was awesome.
Yeah, and last year the waste management was an elevated event. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it? Am I dreaming that? I feel like it was.
Mm, I don't know.
I might be dreaming that, but it should be not this year
I want to know why
because they should.
Tiger doesn't play the waste management.
I don't know. I
I
mean,
don't
the one
get it.
time he played it, he
And
ace 16.
I know. I don't get it. I want to know. Like a lot of the big guys haven't like been playing
Mm-mm.
up until they just got him back. Like I guess it's
Yeah,
a schedule thing and money thing, maybe, but
yeah. I mean,
I
Scheffler's
don't know.
playing it.
Well, now this year all the big dogs are playing, and I think they
Not
did
all
last
of
year
them.
too. But guys typically skip it. I don't know, or not
Yeah,
all guys. You know, there's usually a decent amount that skip. I never
yeah.
got that. I guess maybe if you're playing, maybe you don't like it as much, but
I'm sure they don't. Maybe they enjoy it, but they're not like as locked in. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure
it's
it's a
Super Bowl
totally different thing. You
weekend
have Super Bowl weekend.
schedule. It's kind of always a weird schedule, like in between, you know,
Yeah,
Genesis. The season kind of
but
kicks off after it,
yeah.
but
I mean, it's obviously a sweet fucking tournament. I mean, you laid it out when we kicked it off today, like just the whole atmosphere and the party
the
and shit like
purse
that.
is 8.8 million this year,
Yeah,
so it's actually not a big money tournament.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
Scheffler's playing. I mean, JT's playing. I think those are the two heavy favorites. Um, Xander and Victor
yeah,
Hovland withdrew like Monday, which was kind of strange.
withdrawal. Yeah, yeah. I guess there's no Rory. Um,
Yeah, good.
yeah.
He's it's so funny because
But that's what I'm
his
saying. Like, if
comp.
you want to ingrain yourself to the fans, man, this is the week. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, it's just a
but
money
he
thing. Got to be money,
it's funny because he pissed off all the fans, like all his comments and just like trying to be fucking Jay Monahan's sidekick, and then he flip
right?
flopped super
The
hard. Like
opposite.
he's
Yeah.
a complete opposite now. And now, I mean, like Ricky came out and JT came out and Spieth came out, and like now they all hate him. And it's like, dude can't fucking win, man.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, right?
Yeah.
Sucks to suck. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I love the content that comes out of the Phoenix Open, honestly. Um,
Yeah, it's
I'll
a
be
good week
checking
for
in throughout the
Instagram.
weekend. Yeah, it's a great week for like being having that in your algorithm, you know. Like golf is
Yeah.
already in our algorithm and like everything I pull up on Instagram is just fucking the most bullshit golf videos. Like I've got this fucking guy that goes to Goodwills and tries to find Scotty Camerons that pops up like every fucking day. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. And now I'll at least get like drunk people like rolling down the hill or falling in the
Right.
stands or throwing up or something. So it'll be way more
Yeah.
entertaining than that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
maybe next year we can make a trip. Start
Maybe
planning
somebody,
now,
yeah, maybe somebody will pay us to go. That'd be the big one.
right?
Yeah, get somebody to pay us to go out there. Um,
I imagine it's a cesspool of like
oh my
golf
God.
podcast dudes.
It's like Radio Row for the Super Bowl, but the golf
Yeah.
world,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, let's just go and get
We'll
drunk.
just set up a set. We'll just go. We don't have to be invited. Set up our own table. Somebody might stop by and fucking shoot the
Right?
shit with us.
Yeah, there you
Like,
go.
hey, who are you guys?
That's
that's
not a
our
bad
plan for
idea.
next. Yeah, it's really that might be our plan for
Not a
next
bad
year.
idea.
Fake
Good
some media
excuse for the wives
credentials.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
fake
we
some
gotta
media
go. Yeah.
credentials. Yeah, All right. Well, just like last week, I mean, we put out our picks already, but we'll say them here. So I went with Matt Fitzpatrick as my pick for the week to be the top English finisher. It was plus 155, which I mean, it's not great odds, it's plus, but his competition in this category is just a who's who of nobodies. I mean, Aaron Rye was second.
Hold two gloves.
Yeah, and then Matt Wallace. Everybody else, I mean, like Luke Donald was in, and it's like he's so washed. And there's only five Englishmen, so it's like if he can just pretty much beat Aaron Rye, like I don't even feel like Matt Wallace is that legitimate a threat. But I guess any given week, I mean, that's golf. So I went with Fitzpatrick, top English finisher, plus 155.
Nice. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know Luke Donald was still like playing. I feel like once you're a Ryder Cup captain, you're done. You're officially
yeah.
done. You're
It's
washed up. You're on the
must have, I mean, I'm sure it's just like a sponsor's exemption or something.
yeah. I wonder he must have. Did he win it back in the day?
I don't
Maybe.
know.
Maybe he just loves the course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went. Minwoo Lee. I was trying to
Aussie.
pick like a young stud who would like get into the crowd and like
Hmm.
he's got the game. He's a star on the rise, brother. He's plus
Yeah.
3,000, plus 3,300 on ESPN.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. I was trying to figure someone out who's gonna like get jacked up on 16. Got the
I
mullet,
feel
got the
like he will
stash,
too. Like
got the cool sunglasses. Like I
he
think
puts
he's gonna
out
get into it.
content,
Hits the
like
shit out
he's
of the ball.
young, like
Yeah,
yeah,
let the boy eat or whatever. What's his motto?
it's something like that.
Um, and then like JT, Scotty, Max Homa, Oral, kind of Spieth.
Yeah.
They're all the favorites. I think they're kind of in that same bill, like going to feed off the fans. And I mean, Scotty's just always good
Yeah.
here. I feel like, but I don't know. I wanted to pick a
This guy's just always
little
good,
longer
but
shot. Um,
he was
yeah,
what, like
plus three.
plus four? It was plus three. I have plus four
Scotty.
fifty. Yeah,
Scotty's plus
plus
four
Scott.
fifty. So it's
Yeah, I
like,
have 450. Yeah, okay,
yeah. I mean, I put some
yeah,
cash on them, but they
yeah.
had a profit boost running, so I did that on Scotty. But yeah, my pick this week has been Woo. I like Sam
Minwoo,
Burns is sitting there at plus 2,000. I mean, I always like everybody, but this week I'm
you
going for
do.
like Sahith. Sahith is looking nice and tasty at plus 4,000. Tom Kim plus 4,000. I mean,
Yeah,
there's some dogs out there you can get that are gonna, I think, feed off this crowd. Um, I wonder what
yeah.
it's like as a golfer though. Like obviously 16 and then 17, 18 are fun holes to finish on. Like it's pretty quiet like the first like front nine, you know.
And then you
So
just
it's not
walk
like
in.
you hear the
Yeah,
crowd, but they're pretty far away.
and
So
then all of a
like
sudden you're in the Thunderdome, and it's like
not much you have to
shit.
yeah. And there's some other holes that kind of have pavilions that end up having a lot of people on.
Yeah,
And it's mostly just like people walking around and like all the girls are dressed up in the sundresses. Everyone's like dressed up to like party, at an event versus like
like you said,
so
it's
the
just like horse
golfers are just
racing.
kind of
Sounds like horse racing.
yeah. So it's like I don't know if they really feed off the crowd that much until they get to the few big holes, but
Nah,
um yeah, I still like picking some of those younger guys who are gonna be more into it
yeah.
though.
You would think like that's their Super Bowl, They're like,
Right.
because I mean, they might think they can win majors, but they're like, if I won this, this would be fucking
Yeah.
legendary.
Right.
So,
What's
well,
what's old Ricky sitting at? I didn't see him on
I have
here.
plus
Plus
5,000 right
5?
here. Yeah.
Okay, it's plus 6 on FanDuel. He must have got drunk with Chicago last night. I don't know, man. He's
Got the
always a fan
balls.
favorite out here. I
Yeah.
saw him. They posted something on Instagram. He's like at the driving range with Chicago. I'm like, I don't think he's going to be too focused this week to win this
No,
thing. But
no. Maybe don't sprinkle on Ricky. This is the first week you don't sprinkle on
yeah,
Ricky.
yeah. Which now I have to because
Yeah.
you know, shit.
That's hilarious. Oh yeah. Well, I think it's gonna be a fun weekend, man. We got Live Vegas. I'm curious because they put a huge party hole, Live Vegas, and that was monstrous. The last time they did that, what, in Australia, and Chase Koepka hit hole in one. It just went
Yeah,
fucking bananas. And then obviously Waste Management Phoenix Open speaks for itself, and then cap it all off with Super Bowl Sunday. It's gonna be a fucking killer weekend, I feel like.
yeah, hell yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see if the live if Liv makes it onto Twitter or X and
Yeah.
Instagram. I may see it.
I'll probably check in a little bit. I'll check in a little bit. But then like the after this weekend, like football's over, that frees up a whole nother day for playing golf. Like I don't like playing golf on Sundays usually because I prefer to watch football, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah,
at this point,
definitely.
like, yeah, I don't play a
Yeah.
ton of golf as it is. Like, I'd rather just watch football and between
Well,
Messi
it's
and
just an easier
betting
day to
and your
be at home.
team and
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
and it's an
you don't
excuse
want
to
to.
be at home. Yeah. So
Yeah,
football's
you don't
over,
want to
so
leave your
it's like,
kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, football's over, and now it's like now we can go play golf. We got 2 weekend days to go play golf, gear up. We got golf trips. We've got Hicks versus Hacks. We've got member
Oh yeah.
guests coming up. God, I'm just
Oh yeah. I think I
it's
might
gonna
go
be
to
it's gonna be glorious.
PGA Superstore tomorrow just to look at the clubs.
Just
I need
just to
to
feel
buy a
them.
new driver, but I'm just gonna go look. Just maybe one day I can save up some
That's the,
pennies.
there
Go
you go.
stare,
There you go.
hold
Save that
them,
pocket
get
change.
some motivation for just by holding a new driver. I don't
There
know.
you go.
Might walk out with one. We'll see.
Yeah, that's the hard part. That's the hard part. All right, man. Well, enjoy the week. Enjoy the weekend. Um, let's win some money. I've got a lot out there, so let's win some money this weekend. Go Chiefs for me.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of player props like throughout the week
Yeah.
here,
Hell yeah.
but I'm
Hell yeah.
banking on my boy Ben Wu.
There you
Gotta let
go.
him eat.
All right. Well, we
I
want to thank
wanted to
everyone for
say
listening.
let the boy watch. I'm gonna let the
Ashley
boy watch.
Schaefer. Ashley
Yeah.
Schaefer BMW. Feel it from the plums. Let the boy watch. All right. Well, we want to thank everyone for listening. Um, subscribe to the pod, rate 5 stars, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Check us out on Twitter at Fairway Pod, on Instagram at Laying in the Fairway Pod. Check out the YouTube channel. Just search Laying in the Fairway Podcast. Subscribe, comment, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Thank y'all.
See y'all.